Hey, how you doing today? This is Keith Bryant, aka GQ Smooth, and I'm doing a video film called Miss Evil. And Miss Evil is based on my sister Kelly Henry. Basically, it all started when she was 15 years old. She started smoking weed with a couple of friends, and I actually caught her smoking weed with a couple of friends. So it all started, when she was 15. When it comes to the troublemaking, running the streets, talking to different men, having sex with different men, just being evil, basically, towards me, towards her mom, and in general. I remember one time she stayed out until the morning time, and she was 15. And my mom, of course, whooped her ass, of course. Um, and ever since then, it's been nothing but trouble with her. Nothing but trouble, constant disrespect towards her mother, the person that brought her into the world, 9 months of labor. And she'll say shit to my mom like she'll try to blame her for her upbringing, and that's totally uncalled for. That's a lie because my mother did a good job with all of us. So whatever type of decisions that she made growing up, of her wrongdoings and whatever she did wrong, when it comes to her being an adult, she made those decisions. Did nobody make her do anything at all? Everything she did on her own. So that was just to cover up the fact that she's wrong about what she's done in her life when it comes to her wrongdoings and so forth. So she wants to blame everyone else but herself. She's an adult. You make your own decisions. She didn't disrespect my mother on numerous occasions, called my mother a bitch. She done told my mother, fuck you, go to hell. I don't give a fuck if you live or die. I don't give a fuck about your health issues. She done said all that shit to my mom. Everything. When it comes to her health issues, when it comes to just talking shit to my mom in general. Disrespecting my mother in general. And everybody thinks that she's this angel or whatever, which is a lie. She's not an angel. She's far from it. She is the devil. She is the devil's daughter. She is evil, deceitful, conniving. All of that. All of that in one. She's evil. She will never change at all. She's been like this since she was 15. And she's now in her late 30s. So, you know what I mean? She will always be evil. Always. Towards me, towards my mother, towards family, and towards her kids. And especially her oldest daughter. And that's another thing I want to talk about. She treats her other daughters better than the oldest one. And the oldest one, she said to her oldest one, when you die, I want to collect your insurance money. I want your insurance money. She said to her oldest daughter, when you die, I want your insurance money. I want all your insurance money. To her own daughter. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's evil. I can't believe a mother would say something like that to her daughter. It's fucked up. It's real fucked up. Real fucked up. She's never told her mother I love you. She's never gave her mother a kiss on the cheek. She never gave her mother a hug. She's never even held a conversation with her mother, unless it's something about some drama that's going on. The only time she'll call her mother is if some drama is going on with her relationship or her children or some friends or just her in general. Other than that, she's not going to call her mother. She's not going to call to hold a conversation with her mother at all. The only time she'll call is if some drama is occurring. That's it. She's all about drama. She's all about watching reality shows. She's all about today's music. She's just evil. She's evil. She's all about money. She's all about her car. She's all about niggas' looks. She's all about controlling a guy that she's with. And that's the reason why she's with this guy named George. Is because he's weak. He's not going to talk back to her. He's not going to hit her back. And she's loving that. She's loving the fact that she's in control of this relationship. She wants to be in control when it comes to her relationship. She wants a man that's weak, because if she finds a man that wants her to be submissive to him, she's not going to like that. She's not going to be with him, because she knows that she's going to have to be submissive to him, and she don't like that. She wants to be in control, so she's not going to find a man that has his shit together, because she knows that if she find a man like that, she's going to have to be submissive. You know, that's all it is. So she found a man that's weak, that's going to be weak, do anything she says. She smacked the shit out of him. He ain't gonna do nothing. And she's loving the fact that she's in control of that relationship, which is fucked up. But let me get back on the topic. She's evil. She didn't said all kind of shit to my mom. She didn't say shit to me. She didn't wish death on my life. I don't give a fuck about your health issues. I don't care if you live or die. All types of shit, man. All types of shit. All types of shit. You know, and it's crazy because she didn't had conversations with my daughter's mother, and my daughter's mother said the same shit. She don't give a fuck about live or die. As a matter of fact, they're friends. So, and she's loving all of this, but let me tell you something. When it comes to karma's gonna come back on your ass when you least expect it. Because if you think you're gonna get away with, you know, saying that shit to your daughter, her saying that shit to her mother, saying that shit to me, when it comes to death, it's gonna come back on you. And your car is not gonna save you, your house is not gonna save you, your fucking money is not gonna save you, materialistic shit is not gonna save you. None of this shit is gonna save you when karma comes back on your ass. You know what I mean? You're gonna have to talk to God and ask God for forgiveness. Get down on your knees and ask God for forgiveness and mean it, not just to say it because, you know, because you're thinking that he's going to forgive you at that particular time, and then you go back and do it again. Because if you get down on your knees and pray to him and ask him for forgiveness, you got to mean it and not ever do it again. Don't do it to try to impress a motherfucker. Don't do it to try to impress, you know, a friend, family members, or whatever. Do it because you want to do it, because you mean it. But when it comes to my sister, she's never going to do that. I don't think she even believes in God. I really don't, because if she did, she wouldn't be doing all this shit, saying all this shit, and being the way that she is. She would never change. You know, it's been so many years. She would never change. She would never change at all. She's always going to be evil and deceitful. You know what I'm saying? She even caught an STD from two of her daughter's father, and she knew that the guy had STD, but she went on and had sex with him anyway. Called it an STD while she was pregnant. That's what it was. She had an STD. She caught an STD while she was pregnant. She had sex with the guy while she was pregnant. Ended up catching an STD from the guy and still stayed with the guy. And not only that, she disrespected my mother in front of this nigga and told my mother, I don't care if you live or die. You ain't nothing but a bitch. Fuck you, and so forth. Yeah. All that shit. She married a guy that lived in Columbus, some Jamaican guy. And then when he didn't want to put up with her bullshit, he left, went back to Columbus. She begged him to come back. He didn't want to come back because he had enough of her bullshit. But she begged him to come back. He was like, nah, I ain't coming back. So when it comes to the guy that she's with now, George, she was with him in the past. I remember George telling my sister, like, don't talk to your mother like that. That's your mother. Don't disrespect your mother like that. She didn't like that, and she broke up with him because she wanted to be in control. So when her marriage ended with the Jamaican guy in Columbus, she went back to that weak link, which is George, because she knows that he's a weak motherfucker and she wants to be in charge. So she went back to him, and what do you know? Now they have a baby together. She talked shit to him. She hit on him. He don't do shit back. He don't say shit back to her. He don't hit her back. He just sit there, from what I've heard, from what my niece is telling me, from what my mom is telling me. And, you know, That's that's crazy. Uh, um, but when it comes to my sister, she will never change. She will always be evil. Um, yeah, and that's fucked up. That's really fucked up what she told her daughter. If you die, I want the insurance money. I want all your money. I want all your money. I want your insurance money if you die. That's what she told her oldest daughter. So she been treating her oldest daughter like shit since she was 7. I have a recording that I record on my camcorder. It was a long time ago. She was 7 years old, and I still have it to this day. And I remember her telling me everything about her mom, how her mom treats her like shit, call her all kind of names, beat on her, all kind of shit. So my oldest niece has been dealing with this shit with her mother since at the age of 7. But my niece, she was smart enough to leave. So she left my sister's house, and now my sister wants to fuck up her car. She wants to start trouble with her, saying she'll come down and do this and do that. And then my sister's getting mad because now my niece wants to stay with my mom, and now it's like my sister want to talk shit to my mother, calling all kind of names, texting her, saying my mother's a bitch and all this and all types of shit because she's mad because her daughter is finally standing up to her. And I already knew this was going to happen. I mean, she's 18 now, so she left. And I think that was the right thing to do. So now my sister's mad, and it's not going to end there because she has other daughters. She has 3 other daughters that's going to follow in her sister's footsteps. Because my sister don't give a fuck about nobody but herself. Money, house, car, materialistic things. That's all she cares about. All she cares about is Kelly. She don't care about nobody else. And her way of trying to show someone that she love them is to buy shit for them. That's her way of showing the family that she love them is by buying shit. You know? And even when it comes to her kids, you know, love is more important than materialistic things. Love is more valuable than anything materialistic. All that shit comes and go when it comes to materialism. But when it comes to love, love stays. You know what I mean? When it comes to a good spirit, that stays with you. When it comes to a good heart, that stays with you. But love is more valuable than anything that you can buy from a fucking store. More valuable. And a lot of motherfuckers don't know that in this generation, this society we live in today, especially that home wrecker, man. That tramp. That thought. She's all those things wrapped in one. She's the bitch. You know? So if she thinks she's gonna sit there and call my mother a bitch, she's a motherfucking bitch. And I say it to her fucking face. And I don't give a fuck who she tell either. Because that's my mother. She the one brought me on this motherfucking earth, man. So any motherfucker disrespect my mom, they gonna have to deal with me. And I don't give a fuck who it is. My sister, any nigga, any woman. Don't matter who it is. You best believe that, you know? Because I don't play when it comes to my mom, you know? You know? Just like my mother was with some homeboy, some nigga or whatever. Not no homeboy, with some man. And I roughed his ass up for disrespecting my mom, trying to come at her. You know? But, you know, when it comes to my sister, she will never change. She will always be evil. And she will reap what she sow. Trust me. She will. Yes, indeed. She will. She ain't shit. Trash. You know? She's trash. Straight up. Anytime you wish death on your mother's life, you know, you don't deserve nothing that you have. You don't deserve your car, your house. You don't deserve the money that you have. You don't deserve shit. You don't. Because what she likes to do is throw shit up in people's faces. Oh, I just got this car. I got all this money. I got this house. I got this. I got that. Anybody can get that shit. But for her to throw it up in people's faces like that, like they ain't got it, that's all she's about. That's all she's about. That's all she's about. All she's about is being intimate and having sex with different men. That's all she's about. And even the guy that she's with now, she told my mother she wants to have sex with one of her daughter's fathers. You know, because I guess the guy that she's with ain't doing it right. That's what she said. So what do you call that? What do you call a woman that's in a relationship with a man and she's talking about going to have sex with another man? And you know the problem with women these days is that they think that when they're in a relationship with someone and they do wrongdoings to the guy that they're with, they're not going to get what's coming to them. Yeah, okay. It's going to come back on you, you know, sooner than you think. It may not come back on you when you're doing your wrongdoings to the man that's been there for you, that's standing by your side, but when you least expect it, it's going to come back on your ass, you know? And that's really fucked up. You know what I'm saying? That's a problem in society we live in today. They think they can do shit and get away with it. They think that they can't suffer any consequences for their wrongdoings to somebody that's been good to them. And that's a problem with her. She don't give a fuck how good. She don't give a fuck how good of a man is to her. She don't give a fuck. She's still gonna do her wrongdoings, talk shit, and think she's gonna get away with it. With calling my mother a bitch, wishing death on my mother's life, talking shit to me, talking shit to her children, especially her oldest. And I still can't get over that shit. Like, you told your oldest daughter, she told her oldest daughter, if you die, I want the insurance money. I still can't get over that shit, man. Who says some shit like that? You know? And how could you say some shit like that and then get up in the morning and look at yourself in the mirror? How can you eat breakfast in the morning after what you just said? How? I don't understand it. I don't understand it. But see, the problem is a lot of motherfuckers not knowing this, what she's doing, how she is. That's the problem, because she put on a fake facade when it comes to these strangers that she know, like people she work with, friends and strangers and all that shit. But I know the truth, and I'm revealing the truth, and I'm exposing the motherfucking truth. Best believe that. I'm exposing this shit. I'm exposing her, because she needs to be exposed, because she's evil. That's right. Dramacidal. You know what I mean? So, it's fucked up. It's real fucked up. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. You know, but what she don't know is that God is watching everything. God is watching everything that she's doing. Everything. Every single thing she's doing right now and how she's been all these years, God is watching. And when she least expect it, she can lose all that shit that she got. And then who she gonna call then? When it comes to losing her fucking car, her money, the house, all that bullshit, materialistic, she can fucking lose like that. By the blink of a fucking eye. Man, fuck that shit. Love is more important. Now, you have to have money and all that shit to live, but that ain't the most important fucking thing when it comes to life. You know? It's not. It's not. She's evil. And she will be dealt with by God. By karma. And there's no way you can escape that. There's no way you can hide from that when it comes to karma and God. Because he's everywhere. Even if you hide in the motherfucking closet, he's in the closet with you. So, yeah. Yeah. So all this shit that she's been doing all these years, disrespectful, and being disrespectful, wishing death on people's lives and shit like that, it's going to come back on her by God and karma. That's right. That's right. You know what I'm saying? And all that shit that she got, she can lose it. She can lose it. And then who you gonna call then? Who you gonna fucking call then? That's what I want to know. That's exactly what I want to know. Who you gonna fucking call then? You fake. And just like I was doing this video called Dysfunctional Family, I mentioned on the video where when it comes to a person having a large circle full of people, they want to make themselves feel important. You know what I mean? That's all it is. You know, and my motto is that the bigger your circle is, the faker that you are. The smaller your circle is, the realer that you are. And those are known facts. I don't give a fuck who don't agree with me, but those are known facts. You can get anybody, and they will agree. Some probably won't. Some people will agree, and some people probably won't agree. People are entitled to their own opinions, but those are known facts. It's true. It is true. So, yeah. So I just can't believe it. You know how my mother brought her into this world, and you know what I'm saying, on this earth, pushed her out of her womb of 9 months of labor, and you disrespect your mother by calling her a bitch and wishing death on her fucking life. How can you live with yourself like that? How in the fuck can she live with herself like that? She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck. She don't give a fuck at all. And that's really fucked up, man. For her to not only treat her mother with disrespect, but her own fucking children. Her own children. And especially her mother. So don't call my motherfucking mother crying and shit when something goes wrong. Because she ain't gonna want to hear it. I definitely ain't gonna want to hear it. Because she did that shit before. And she went back to her old fucking ways. Because she want her fucking way. So if shit don't go her way, she want to pout, cry, get mad, get upset, and all that shit. Fuck all that, man. Nah. She evil as fuck. And she will always be evil. In my eyes. Best believe that. And the only time she'll call my mother is if, she wants to talk about some drama shit that's going on when it comes to her or a situation. That's it. Yeah. It's fucked up. That's how it is when it comes to her. That's how it is when it comes to just family in general. They only want to call you when they want something. I want some kind of event that's going on. Then they want to call you and shit like that. Man, fuck all that, man. She fake. So something's gonna have to hit her one day, really hard for her to change. But you know what? I think if something does hit her ass hard, she still won't change. She will expect for somebody to feel sorry for her, and then she'll go back to her old ways. She's done it numerous of times. She will never change. I don't see it. So, but that's my video film for the day. I just had to express some shit when it comes to my low life sister, because she's a low life. She's scum. She's spit. Yeah. She's just evil. You know what I mean? She's evil. Straight up evil. Yeah. She cares about sex, money, cars, and looks, and materialistic things more than her own mother, more than her own family, more than her own brother. That's all she cares about. That's all she cares about. That's all she cares about. And that's all she will ever care about in this life that we live in today. Something happened to me one day, which I hope not, or something happens to my mom, I hope not. She won't give a fuck. She won't care at all. She won't care. She won't care. She won't drop a motherfucking tear. And I'm gonna tell you this before I go. My oldest niece revealed something to my mother when I was at my mother's house last year for Thanksgiving. My oldest niece told my mother in front of my sister that she was molested by Kelly's other daughter's father, Reggie. Yeah. And you know what my sister did? She didn't do shit. She went on her phone, texting on her phone to somebody. Went to texting someone on the motherfucking phone. My oldest niece ran to my mother's room. My mother ran after her. My sister didn't. When my sister heard what she said, my sister got on her phone and she went to texting someone. That's it. My sister didn't run after her daughter. She didn't cry. She didn't drop a fucking tear at all. Period. At all. She didn't say shit. After her daughter expressed to my mother that she was molested by Reggie, Kelly's ex, which is Sade and Teresa's father, my sister didn't do shit. My sister got on her cell phone and text someone. That's it. She didn't run after her daughter. She didn't cry at all. So what does that tell you right there? She's scum. She's scum. She will never be shit. So that's my video for today. This is your boy Keith Bryant, aka GQ Smooth, and I'm here to say peace, love, and harmony. And when it comes to your mom, always love your mom. Always respect your mother. Always and every day. You know? So that's my video for today.
We got one life to live in these days of our lives where brothers struggle just to find ways to survive. I pray to the sky, God bless the day that I die. A lost angel here in hell, which way do I fly? They say you can't have the fortune without the fame, the rainbow without the rain. I guess it's all one and the same. Now who do we blame? These politicians got us going insane. Last night my homie blew out his brain because he lost his job. Now Mr. President, please can you cut us some slack? It's like the whole world is on our backs. It's like the more that we make, the more that you take. I guess now I know how it feels to be raped. They say a bird in the hand is worth more than two in the bush. I'm closer to edge, so please don't you push. We got one life to live in these days of our lives where brothers struggle just to find ways to survive. I pray to the sky, God bless the day that I die. A lost angel here in hell, which way do I fly? As the world rotates around 360 degrees, you gotta give up your arm and your leg just to live on your knees. Now who said life was fair? They say money ain't everything, but I rate it second to air. Now how do you survive in a world that is ran by cannibals, with few look like kings and the rest live like animals? It's kinda hard to stay focused, especially when the situation around you is hopeless. So is there light at the end of the tunnel, or are we too foolish to realize the train is coming? But I really don't think we really care, cause we see poverty every day, but we pretend like it's not there. If I was a millionaire, please don't make me laugh. It's always easy to say what you would do with what you don't have. Even though our lives are filled with stress, we gotta keep in mind, with no struggle there's no progress.
We got one life to live in the days of our lives where niggas struggle just to find ways to survive. I pray to the sky, God bless the day that I die. A lost angel here in hell, which way do I fly? I'm lost. And the abyss got me feeling like taking a knife across one of my wrists. And you ask, how often is this? Are you being sincere? Are you really interested in why I don't wanna be here? It's rather self-explanatory. We live in a world where carrying guns is mandatory, and you can't even bail to your mailbox without feeling shell shock as death is all around. And it seems like it's raining murder the way them shells is falling down. I swear to you, God is with me, cause there's been times they could try to hit me, but I dodged them swiftly. Thank God they missed me, now unsolved the mystery.
We got one life to live in these days of our lives where brothers struggle just to